Kankel's McTaco Tits is so over his skis when it comes to dealing with former KGB agent and war criminal Vladimir Putin in a dangerous attempt to distract the American public from the fact that Kankles is knee deep in the Epstein list. He invited war criminal and murderer Vladimir Putin on American soil. And Trump is wildly known for having zero respect or even any relatability with anybody in the armed forces. So, of course, this guy, this administration, tees up this moment for Russian TV to play over and over and over again. So, all of you MAGA people that say support our troops, this is the opposite of it. Put this up. Uniformed American soldiers should not have been used to lay out a red carpet for one of our main adversaries, full stop. Horrible decision, and there should be consequences for whomever made it. Here is Putin's plane. There's a red carpet, and then you see uniformed American soldiers on their hands and knees, and this has been all over Russian television. This is a dangerous faceplant, a forced error by the MAGA administration. This is so wildly dangerous and weak. This is a man who gets triggered by Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert and tweets about it all the time. Late night comedians. He cannot even deal with it. And we're sending this buffoon over to deal with Vladimir Putin, who ate him for lunch.
It surprises me zero that he ate him for lunch. I knew nothing good was going to come out of this because Trump is so uninterested and maybe intellectually challenged in policy, in what's going on in Ukraine. He went there thinking, oh, I can get a peace talk and get the Nobel Peace Prize. The way the American soldiers were down on their knees, I have never been more sick and thought, where are all the Republicans that are so pro-strong military and pro-strong America? A murderous dictator walked onto American soil. He would have been arrested in any other country except for like Hungary and China. It's fucking gross.
The fundamental problem with this is the KGB has been known for years of getting what's called compromising information on their adversaries. It has been reported time and time and time again that such compromising information has been collected by Putin. And this is why Trump acquiesces. If you think back to Helsinki, if you think back to all of the tweets, if you think about how there is a former Australian leader who says Trump is in awe of him, he turns into a complete beta, that it's like a schoolgirl with a crush on a schoolboy when he's around Putin. It's because Putin owns him. Putin owns him. He put a collar on him and he walked him on American soil. Look at the before and after photos of the meeting. Here's before. You have Putin and you have taco tits, shit-eating grin from ear to ear. And then afterwards, Putin smug AF. Trump looks like he saw a ghost. Something happened, you guys. Something massively happened. The Americans had planned a whole day, a lunch, a press conference, etc. Trump is standing on the red carpet, clapping like a seal when Putin walked up. He gets into the car with him, the beast, which is completely unprecedented. And the conversation that took place there, I'm sure, was pretty alarming. Then they go behind closed doors, and something happened there. They rolled out the compromise. They showed the American MAGA administration they were compromised. There's no question about it. People who are a lot smarter than me, who have studied this their whole entire lives, who have studied every move that Vladimir Putin has made, said this is a win across the board for the Russians and an L for America. But don't listen to me. Let's listen to Fox. Play the first clip.
Back there, it was just very unusual, atypical, and I think we're all awaiting, the readout, because the way that it felt in the room was not good. It did not seem like things went well, and it seemed like Putin came in and steamrolled, got right into what he wanted to say, and got his photo next to the president and then left. Of course, that is only the piece of the picture that we have right now, and certainly President Trump, who is the host and who is the president, would not want to, I think, enable some.
She says, this is Fox News. This is inside the Death Star. This is the call coming from inside the House. Every American journalist there noticed that when the American diplomats came out, something happened. Something really, really nefarious happened. The lunch was canceled. The press conference was an absolute joke. Cankles and the low testosterone side of Twitter are like, oh my God, he flew planes over the top. He owned Putin. That's not at all what any expert who specializes in this even remotely thinks, even on the right. And here's this same journalist pointing out something I think that is very important to Fox viewers.
I think you and me both, Brian, and everyone else in this room was also surprised. We were told that we were going to have an opportunity to put questions to both leaders after a joint press conference in the event that the meeting went well enough that they could set the stage for a second meeting. And the President Trump said if that didn't happen, he was likely to call off the joint presser and just address the media solo and then send Putin home. Neither of those things happened. And what was really stunning to me as someone who's been in a lot of these press conferences is there were a few things that were very unusual. You had Putin come out and address the press first. I mean, we are on U.S. soil here, and that left the media scrambling to get their headsets in. Usually it is the leader of the country, the host country of a summit that speaks first and addresses.
Okay, right there. Putin comes out and speaks first. These things are highly, highly, highly choreographed. Not to mention Trump's team is so sloppy and so JV. I don't even know if you can call them JV. They're so preschool. They leave the printed schedule, phone numbers, all of this stuff in some hotel printer, and some tourists found it and reported it. NPR studied all of this stuff. In the menu where they were going to have lunch with him, it's like we're hosting His Excellency. This is not how you talk to an adversary. This is how you talk to somebody with whom you are trying to curry favor. There's no 5D chess here. This is a wildly unqualified, weak, soft man who is triggered by Stephen Colbert trying to get on the big boy stage and play chess with Vladimir Putin, who owns him, who has compromise on him. This is an American faceplant, and this is where this shit gets wildly dangerous for all of us. These decisions, this geopolitical world that we're sending these morons in to cosplay, they got owned. And even Fox News sees it and reports it on American soil. Vladimir Putin, soldiers on their knees greeting him. Trump clapping like a seal over there, happy that he's there. He takes him behind closed doors. God only knows what he showed them, and they all come out completely owned.
I really felt the same thing when I saw this whole thing go down. I was like, Trump cosplays. He's a strong man. He's a big boy. And then he went in and he saw who the big boy was. And he is totally unqualified. He is totally incompetent. His administration, they got bent over and fucked by Vladimir Putin because they're cosplaying real political advocates and they suck. And it was so obvious. And the smugness from Vladimir Putin was unbelievable that happened on American soil.
All right. And here's Fox News trying to gaslight the gal that I played the two earlier clips for. Here's Fox News gaslighting Fox News. Okay. They realized like, oh shit, our reporters on the ground are reporting exactly what they saw. We've got a problem here. So I want you to keep your eyes on the gal that reported that MAGA got steamrolled. The American government got steamrolled by Putin, and then spoke about how unprecedented it was that Vladimir Putin walked out and he was the first person to speak on U.S. soil, how incredibly weak that is. Listen to this dipshit Fox News try to spin it to this gal and watch her face. She's speechless at the gaslighting within her own news organization.
Just was texting back and forth with Sean Hannity, who just sat down with the president, and he said the president noted that he came out and said there wouldn't have been a war if he was president, and that's what part of Vladimir Putin said at the end of his written remarks. And he also said, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give today a 10. So that's the president grading what he thought of the meeting.
Okay, for those of you listening, her eyes get big and she's like, okay, because that is not at all what the boots on the ground saw. That is not even remotely what we saw. Furthermore, it just shows how stupid the MAGA electorate is. Of course, Vladimir Putin, this is a guy who's a former KGB agent who has a psychological file, chapters on on Donald Trump and how to manipulate him. Superficial flattery. Oh yeah, I never would have started the war had you not been president. Bullshit. Bullshit, bullshit. It's unbelievable. But even on Fox, they try to gaslight, and you saw her face.
Do you really think that Trump believes that shit, or he's just so insecure he spends it? Okay, because I'm just like, you are so stupid. He has no respect for you. He has no respect for your administration. He knows it's amateur clown car hour. He's breaking in to all the government computers. He absolutely would have gone in 50 times out of 50.
I mean, this is such American weakness.
Oh, yeah.
This is what he did to the troops there, inviting him to a military base on American soil. This was a win for Russia. He has been completely sequestered out of the international stage. Trump brings him, claps for him, lets him take him behind closed doors. God only knows what they showed him. There's rumors that maybe Putin has video of the Epstein stuff, or who knows. But you know he's got something, because that's what these type of intelligence agencies do. They arrived with receipts, and it spooked the shit out of the entire administration. And here's another journalist talking about exactly what he saw when the MAGA, over their skis, completely incompetent people walked out of the closed door meeting with Putin. Here's what he witnessed.
Struck me, Jen, in particular, was really just the looks on the faces of a lot of the American delegation here. Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary, Steve Witkoff, who came into the room, then left quickly, then came back in. Leavitt appeared to be a bit stressed out, anxious. Their eyes were wide, almost ashen at times. Those were some of the sort of images that will stick with me as we leave here. This was not the way the president likes to do things. He likes to be the producer of this presidency. He got that in the first half of the day, but when he was behind closed doors with Vladimir Putin, it looks like he didn't come away with anything that he claimed he wanted. He said he'd go home unhappy if there was no ceasefire. They didn't declare one here today.
Instead, the president comes out, calls Sean Hannity the most friendly, non-objective dipshit that he could find, and says, I give the meeting a 10 out of 10. If this guy were tough, if this guy were as tough as all of MAGA thinks he was, he would walk out and say, I'm sending Vladimir Putin back to Russia. He has no business being on American soil. I told him I wanted a ceasefire. He didn't agree to a ceasefire. We're going to sanction him. We're going to do this. He doesn't do that.
No.
He comes out and starts praising Putin, and then puts the whole thing on Zelensky and all of our allies. And I'm sure our allies are like, we're kind of not your allies anymore, are coming with Zelensky because they know that the MAGA administration will bully him. And so you have all of these heads of state, all of them, last minute, dropped everything, and they're flying to the United States of America so that our government will not bully our allies, because they know what happened. There's stuff that has happened in this meeting that is not good, because we have a compromised, weak, un-American who doesn't care about American interests at the helm of this country. This is dangerous. All the shit he does and says, a lot of it we giggle at. I don't think a bit of this is funny. I think this is wildly dangerous. This is where shit is going to really, really get real. And this is American weakness like I've never seen anything like this. I have never seen a president demean the troops like this man consistently does. And I've never seen an American president in my entire life bend over for a murderous dictator the way Donald Trump does Vladimir Putin and Benjamin Netanyahu. They are realigning a new world order. And I saw on the internet this morning that Russian television is now promoting on TV a tank that is heading to Ukraine that has a Russian flag on it and American flag on it. Whether that is AI or not, they're putting it on Russian propaganda TV. This is dangerous. A lot of the shit Kankles does, we can giggle at, but this is dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Stick with us. We'll have more news about this later today.